Hello friends, in this video I would like to show you how to use some of Python's built-in functions and how you can import libraries in order to use even more functions. So some functions you can use without importing any particular library. For an example, I can use print. So I can say print hello, and this function works. So I did not have to import any particular library to use print. But some functions you do. For example, I'm aware of a function called factorial. So this function, it starts with the function's name, which is factorial, followed by parentheses. And inside the parentheses, you just type in whatever number that you want to perform the factorial. For example, 5 factorial, I just put 5. But right now, I have a red underline, which means that there's an error. And the error is that Python does not recognize this function called factorial. The reason is that factorial is hidden inside of a library called mpmath. So I have to import mpmath first before I can use factorial. So I will put import mpmath. Okay, now I still have this error. Okay, why? The reason is that I have to put mpmath.factorial. Now it works because now I'm telling Python that inside of the library called mpmath, I want to use a function called factorial. Okay, so now if I put print x, it prints 120. Okay, so it works. But instead of writing mpmath.factorial every time, is there a way I can save space where I don't have to put mpmath every single time I want to use a function from mpmath? The answer is yes, there is a easier way to do this. All I have to do is, instead of import mpmath, I put from mpmath import star. Okay, what that means is that from now on, I can use any function in mpmath without having to put mpmath dot in front of the function. Okay, so now I run it, and you see it still works. Something else that I can do is rename mpmath. So for example, I can say import mpmath as some other name. For example, as mp, for example. So now I can do mp.factorial. So when I run it, it also works. So this shows that there's 3 different ways to import a library. So I'm showing you a math library because Python is commonly used for math and engineering purposes. So another math library that you may want to use is a library that is just called math. So I just put import math. Okay, so one of the things that math has is exponential function. So for example, I can say y equals exponential of 4. That means e to the power of 4. But right now, there's an error because I have to put math.exp. So now I'm telling Python that inside the library called math, I want to use the function called exp or exponential. Now I can print. So e to the power of 4 is 54.6. But of course, I can also do from math import star. And then I can just use exp. You might be wondering why there's a red underline for the word math and the word exp. And the reason is that the IDE that I am using, which is called PyCharm, has an error where it thinks that it's not recognizing the library math. But it is because it is running it correctly. So you can just ignore the red underline for math and the red underline for exp. Okay, so the last math library that I want to show you is called NumPy, and I can import it now. So I am importing NumPy as NP. That means that I can use any function in the library NumPy as long as I preface the name of the function with np dot. So NumPy contains all of the trigonometric functions. For example, I can use it to calculate a sine function. So I will write z equals np dot sine. So inside the parentheses takes the argument, which is the angle. So it will be the angle in radians. So let's say I want to calculate sine of 90 degrees. Then I can just put 3.14159 divided by 2. So this should be approximately 90 degrees. See, if I say print z, I should be able to print 1. So I get approximately 1. If I want to get exactly 1, I should replace 3.14159 with exactly pi, which is inside of the math library. So I can just put pi. Because in the math library, I put from math import star, which means I don't have to put math dot in front of the function name. I can just put the function name. So I can just put pi. So if I run it, you see, I get perfectly 1. Okay, everyone, that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it valuable to you. And if so, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.